Check out. 622. 54. Mike, 54. Bring it. Bring it. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that?
On 1st and 10, Locke. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
It's 3rd and 7.
Break, check out. Ready. Here we go, here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-1.
A shotgun snap for Locke. It got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for New England. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Locke. It's caught right side by Daniels. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A 39-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
At
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 1st down, here's White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gotta do better. Come on,
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Check out. 5, 6, 5, 54. Crunch time, defense. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's Locke. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Back. Switch.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Come on, set. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Look at me. Zipper.
57.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Watch the edge. Check the back.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey.
Go get him.
Snap.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready? 10-2 soft.
Let's go. Do you tighten up?
General West.
Do you tighten up?
Bravo.
3, on 3.
Yep. Shoot.
Here's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Locke. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
One man. 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Greystone travel. You gonna see me?
Running out of the gun with White. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Love. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
It's easy one. It's coming again.
At the 9-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Switch.
61, matchbox light.
To throw is Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Locke going to bring the offense up, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Locke now to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Come get some.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Clock now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Let's get it.
Let's go
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
What we got? 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Run. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, dude. 57. Mike 57. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Foxtrot. Yeah. Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Slam.
After the interception, it's Lock. Now a hit, and Lock lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Check. Rock it.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey! Wide, get wide. Go. Big grip.
Now Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Second. 5, 40. 12.
On first down, White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Monday.
Now it's Locke. They'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check 43.
Let's go, Mexico. 80 weapon.
Back to throw. Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
57.
In his end zone, here's Locke. And this is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Check.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Good.
Motion. Reset.
5.
From his own end zone, Locke on 3rd and long. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check out. Right. 622.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry.
They'll run on 1st down. White. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, that's Harry. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mike, check out. 5, 6, 7.
On first down, White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck.
I'm going to come back to you.
Dancing to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Throwing on first down is Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Lucky. Check 3.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Yo, go, go.
'57's the mic. Watch 57. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Lock. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. This will be caught at about the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, tight. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check it out, read. Tighten up.
Shoot.
One more time with Lindsey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Lock now on 3rd and goal. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
That's it. Big hit.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Love. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the Broncos' 39-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Luck now to throw. And Daniels has it over the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. John Simon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
Intercepted. Patriots take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
So luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and it was their defense that really